Hey everybody, it's Traci from Downward Dog Rising. I'm going to give you a yoga combination Pilates conditioning workout tonight. So if you want to do a total body workout and just get a little workout going on, join me. All right, let's start. We're going to start with some push-ups, and I'm going to do them on my knees. So if you want to challenge yourself, by all means, do so. Do a full plank push-up. All right? I'm not. In my martial arts days, I would join you. But right now, I'm just going to stay modified. So you do what feels right for your body. Join me. All right, let's start. If you have a yoga block handy, or something like a step or a block of some sort, or if you're by steps, you could use your steps in the house for this modification. It's actually not a modification, it's a variation, and it's a variation to make it more difficult. So when we modify something, we make it easier for everyone to be able to find something according to what their body needs that will fit their level. And then we want to make something more difficult, we call it a variation, and we can keep making those variations more and more challenging, just depending on what everyone's looking for. Okay, let's do push-ups. You could do it modified on your knees. If you like, you could curl toes under and lift your body up into an entire plank like this. If you do a plank, make sure that you don't hike like that up in the air, or make sure you don't drop. Stay focused, balanced. Hips right over hips with the alignment of your shoulders. We're gonna have some music too. I forgot about the music. I like music. Music is fun. Okay. Hands can be a little wider than shoulder width apart. Tighten your core to your back. We're gonna do 10. So you don't have to do a narrow push-up. 9. Keep drawing your abdominals in. 8. And again, do a full plank if you want. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Either go next to your stairs in your house. Use a yoga block if you have one. Take it to the side of your body a little bit. Widen your fingertips. It's like an incline push-up. These are great. Okay, so we're going to train different fibers. So let's do another set. Your hand is going to be slightly elevated on this one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, core is strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, come in. Take your block to the other side of your body. Bring your block a little higher than shoulder height. Okay. Spread fingers out. Hands are wider than shoulder width apart. Abdominals deepen into your back. Get ready. And let's start. Inhale, exhale. 9, 8, 7, 6. Core is strong. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on up. Place your block to your other side. We're going to do one more set all around. Hands on mat, on ground. Inhale, and let's begin. Breathing in, breathing out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come on up. You might be feeling a little fatigue. That's natural. So, fingers wide, shoulders out of ears, collarbones wide, and let's go. Breathing in, breathing out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on up. Keep going. Block a little higher than shoulder height. Fingers wide. Core draws in. Keep your back lengthened so the low back avoids arching. And let's begin. As I spit hair out of my mouth. Okay, inhale. Press up for a 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, sides and neck are long, shoulders out of ears. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on up. Woo! Okay, cat-cow. Hands and knees. Exhale, chin down, tailbone down. Head stretches away from tailbone. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 and 2. One more. Okay. Bring left shoulder, left hip closer together. Stretch the whole right side of your rib cage. Breathing in, breathing out. Stretching the other side of our ribs. Lengthening our spine. Head away from tailbone. Right shoulder, right hip closer together. Stretch that left side. Little lateral flexion for our spine. Inhale away from, head away from tail. Other side. Shoulder and hip come closer. Lengthen. Shoulder and hip come closer. Feel the stretch on the opposite side. One more each way. Head away from tailbone. Shoulder and hip come closer. Head away from tailbone. Now shoulder and hip come closer. Come back to center. Now from here, curl your toes under. Press your arms out. Lift up your knees. Downward dog. Lift up heels. Lower heels for 9 more. 8. Stretch. Pull your breastbone 4 through 7. 6 and 5. Get the spine to really lengthen. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Softly bend your knees, baby bit. Scoop in. Take a little hop to your hands. Or take 2 steps forward. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Forward for Uttanasana. Now slowly going to bend your knees and come to a seated position. Slowly lower down. Feet are going to go hip distance apart. Now, collarbones wide. Scoop core tight. Bridge. Avoid this. Avoid making your back arch like that. Avoid popping ribs. And avoid sticking your pelvis higher than the height of the shoulders. Okay, we're going to level out that bridge. Knit those ribs down together. Keep the knees from splaying out. Knees are in line with those hip joints, okay? And then come straight down to mat. So keep your support so you don't go out of those lines. Shoulders, hips, knees. They're all congruent and same line. Come back down. Lift. Down with control. Do your 2 hip bones connect at the same moment? Avoid rolling your pelvis down. Engage glutes. 6, 5. No weight in neck, weight across mid-back. 4, 3, 2. This will help stabilize your spine if you have any back pain. Last one. Take it down. Now, lift one leg up. Your 2 hip points need to be straight. Avoid hiking either one higher than the other. Engage the outside of your left hip and thigh to keep this alignment so one hip doesn't hike up. Engage this gluteal on the other side. Collarbones stay wide apart. Lift, down, pulse, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the leg down, lower hips, reset, collarbones wide, arms reach long, other leg up, hips stay straight. Right outer hip and thigh need to wrap so that hip doesn't hike. Left gluteal needs to turn on. Scoop core in from pubic bone to navel. Just zip up. Up. Pulse. 9. 8. Keep those ribs knitting together. 7. 6. Use your core and your glute. 5. 4. 3. 2. Come on. Down with the foot. Keep your alignment. Now really breathe in. Breathe in. Ribs expand laterally. Soften sternum so you feel middle back thoracic spine connect into the mat. Inhale. Soften sternum. Connect more vertebra. Breathing in, you might get a pop when it adjusts. When an articular facet joint unlocks, you might get a pop. Exhale. Exhale. Work your way down your spine. Exhale. Exhale. All the way. All right. Hug knees in. Peel head, neck, shoulders up. Bring hands behind your head and your neck. Open those elbows far away from your center. Inner thighs wrap into your outer thighs. Your core deepens into your spine. Breathing in. You're going to lengthen your legs. Try to wrap 2 sides of your rib cage all the way around. Low back is on mat. Avoid letting your back arch. If it does, reach legs higher. Pull those ribs together. 6 more. Elbows wide. 5 more. 4, scoop in. 3 more. Frog press. 2 more. Last one. Come in. Take your legs straight to the sky. Feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Spine is long. Pull the ribs around to connect in the middle. You're going to take one leg straight down. Reach behind the leg. Pull these ribs around and together. Stretch one leg away from your center. Nod your chin. Peel up. If you have osteoporosis or herniated disc, do it with your back flat on the mat to protect your spine. Now you're going to do pulse, 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 scissors. Exhale, exhale, breathe in. Exhale, hollow into here. Soften those shoulders. Breathing in, exhale. Breathing in, exhale. Control it. Scoop in, wrap those ribs. Keep the length in your spine. 5, 4, 3, Back is on mat. 2. Last set. And gently come in. All right. Knees are together. Cactus your arms by your sides. Chest is open. Roll to one side. If you wanted to modify, because you don't want your spine to actually twist, if you just want to get a little stretched sides of waist, maybe put a block so that your knees don't really twist your pelvis off the mat. Any spinal issues, you don't have to twist your spine. Modify like that. Make it easier. If you can twist your spine, do so. Cactus your arms. Open your collarbone. And breathe. Create open spaciousness in the side. Breathe. Feel space mid-back between the shoulder blades. Breathe into the sides of your ribs. Expand them out. Collarbones widen more as you softly drop and sink deeper into the mat. Hip away from ribs. One more deep inhale. Slowly come out of it. Press feet into ground. Reset pelvis so your hips feel like they're straight across their level. If you don't want to twist your spine, maybe you'll put a block and you'll just go a little bit like that. And you're trying to open the gap there between the rib and the hip. If you're okay with twisting your spine, then you can let your legs go further. We ideally want our collarbone to widen. We want this shoulder blade dropping into the floor. And we want to create length all the way through this whole entire side of our spine. If you wanted to make it even more difficult or challenging, you could even press hand higher than knee. As this side opens into the floor, the other side pulls away, lengthening apart. Breathe. So we're just in our little reclined twist. I just had a good pop in my pelvis, actually. Just had another one. Okay, one more deep inhale here. Slowly twist back center. All right. Next, turn. Prop yourself up on your forearm. Okay. Take your legs on a slight diagonal. So, I'm trying to find a diagonal. Okay. Collarbones stay wide. Careful the top hip doesn't fall backwards. We want to be ribs connected to the front of our two hip bones. So front ribs meet back ribs. Careful that you don't collapse on your shoulder because that'll bother both your neck and your shoulder later. We don't want that. Check to see if your elbow is directly under your shoulder joint because we line up our joints. Then you can either press hands into mat for stability to make it easier. To make it more challenging, you could have hand on hip so there's only one arm stabilizing. Or you could bring your hand behind your head, point your toes, lift, squeeze the side of your hip and glute, lower down with control. Scoop your core tight to your back, and then lower down. Breathing in, keep the sides of your waist long. Breathing in. So this is going to be a thigh killer, thigh burner. 7, 6, make sure you don't collapse into your shoulder. 5, 4 more. 3, Scoop in, lift up. When I say lift up, it's like your abdominal wall pulls in and zips right up under the front where the two sides of your rib cage meet. Okay, reverse. That heel glides away, up into the air. Point toes. Careful that you don't collapse your bottom ribs like I just did. Right there, you don't want to collapse them. Keep length in spine. 8, 7, oh, it's a burner. 6, this way's harder. 5, 4, keep everything stable, just your leg moves. 3, careful not to move in your torso. 2, and last one. Good job. Now, you're going to take your heels together into a V, and then I'm going to have you could either lie down, level 1, lie down, clam, heels are in a V, music just changed, I'm going to leave it. So level 1 is down here, level 2 is here, hips are stable, clam. Level 3, come up into a modified side plank. 10, squeeze side of hip and glute. Keep hip bones straight across. 9, 8, scoop your abdominals in. 7, 6, keep neck long. And 5, shoulder out of ear. 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Once you come in, you're going to take your top leg in front. The tighter your hips are, the harder it'll be to get your leg to stay down. Lift up your bottom leg and hold. 10, hold it for 10, 9, 8, ooh, it's hot in here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. So next, take your bottom leg. You could stay laying down, or you could prop yourself up on your elbow. Now, really scoop in tight, pull those abdominals in, little circles with your bottom leg. Keep pelvis stabilized. 8, 7, 6, 5, slow with control. 4, 3, 2, reverse it. 10, 9, try to only move your bottom leg. It's challenging. 8, I see this one moving. 7, just move the bottom leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all right. So now, take your knee, draw it in, release your hip, take your foot, pull it back, feel a stretch in the front of your hip and thigh, press that. So we're going to start off, careful not to collapse onto your shoulder like that. Lengthen up. Heels come a little bit in front of your hips. Careful that you don't break the body in two. You don't want to fall backwards. Stay aligned. Hips are all the way across in alignment. Collarbones wide. Level 1, level 2 in difficulty, level 3 in difficulty. You could even do level 4, extend arm to sky, level 4 difficulty. You choose. Point your toes, really squeeze and engage the outside of your hip and thigh. Make sure that shoulder doesn't collapse. You don't want your ear to collapse on the shoulder. 9, 8, scoop in tight, squeeze the side of that hip and thigh. 7, and 6, 5, 4, really squeeze. 3, Level 4 would be arm up in the air. Two more. Hips are stabilized. Okay, so now your heel drags down. Space between ribs and hips. That heel goes up. Point on the way down. Oh, this one's hard. Careful not to drop those bottom ribs like I just did. 8. This side's so weak. 7. Maybe you're feel that experience on one side more than the other. Maybe you don't. 6. 5. 4. Flex. Point. Careful not to drop onto that shoulder. 5. 4. Ooh, I'm sweating on this side. 3. Point and flex. 2. Last one. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, next one. Coming down. So clam. You could be down here. Squeeze your heels. Think of the two sides of those ribs coming together and then zip up. So you go out and in. Squeeze outer hip and thigh. Out and in. Out and in. Or you're going to go up here and do it. Out and in. Or you're going to come up here and do it. Ribs wrap. Hand behind head. Hand straight up or hand on hip. 10. 9. And your side plank. 8. Those bottom ribs wrap. 7. 6. Scoop in. 5. 4. 3. Really tighten the core. 2 more. And last one. Bring it down. Good job. Okay. Next exercise. Whew. Come all the way down. Take your top arm grabs top ankle, top leg, and just hold that leg up in the air for a moment. Hold that leg up there. 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You could either stay modified down here, do baby circles without moving anything but that leg. If you want to make it more challenging, prop yourself up on your arm, and then without moving anything but your legs, circle. 10, 9. Keep those bottom ribs wrapping. 8, 7. Scoop in, space between ribs and hips. 5, 4. Focus, concentrate. 3, 2. Just move the bottom leg. Okay, reverse directions. 10, 9, 8. Those ribs wrap together. 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Okay, good job. Now, I'm doing what my body naturally evolves, going into what it feels good on my body for the next thing. So, I'm going to have you come down just for a moment. Draw that leg into your hip. Hip, leg towards shoulder, I meant. We're going to do 2 different things for our hips right now. Okay, going to turn onto your back. Come on down. Okay, Ananda Valasana, happy baby. Take your hands, reach for the pinky toe, lateral side of your foot. You're going to make a line from your ankle to your knee. So you're going to align the shin straight with the ankle, the knee. See if you can drop your knees open to the sides as your back elongates deeper into the mat. So we're just drawing those knees closer towards the mat. You'll feel your lower back start to widen into the mat, into the floor. So we're just doing a hip opener. knees towards the floor, hip opener. One more deep inhale. And exhale, release. Good job. Knees are going to come into tabletop. Elbows stay wide like that. Collarbones wide. And then what I want you to do, if you had osteoporosis and wanted to do this, you could do it like this, doing one leg out at a time, tightening your core, and you could just float head up without flexing your spine to strengthen back and neck. Cradle your head with your hands, and it's not flexion, it's just a head float up in the air, and you'll really feel your abdominals kick in. Try it that way. So press your elbows apart, crisscross, open collarbones, come in, breathing in, crisscross, twist from side of rib cage all the way across. Breathing in, exhale. Exhale, scoop in. 8, twist from your waist. 7, collarbones wide. And 6. And 5, twist. 4. 3, twist. Twist. 2 more. Last one. All right. Okay. Feel the low back on the mat. Stretch spine. You can either turn to your side, modified, press up with your top arm. So you go like that to get up. Or you can nudge and roll up. Okay. The other exercise that I want you to do, Baddha Konasana, butterfly, to get those hips to open more. Your thigh bone, femur bone, rotates externally inside hip joint. So we rotate from the top, foot to sky, rotate from the top, and then that's going to help get some lateral rotation through your hips. Rising up, lengthening. You could either keep lifting like this, or you can hinge. Stretch up, 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 up. And we're going to gently stretch over the legs, stretching inner thighs. Imagine your femur bones rotating externally deeper into your hip sockets. Feel the back of your sits bones stretch behind you into the mat, into the floor behind you. Ribs out of hips, so we don't want to round from the middle back. Stretch to top of head. Hinge. If you want, you can rest your forearms on a block. You can rest your forehead on a block. Just trying to keep you from rounding your spine. Breathing in. Allow those hips to release. Exhale. Anything that stagnant energy, let it go. Emotions can get trapped in our cells, in our tissues. So just let anything go. It doesn't serve you. Okay, we're going to do one more deep inhale. Slowly make your way back up. Take your knees together. Now, little windshield wiper to one side, to the other. Little windshield wiper side to side. All right. Next exercise. Take your legs behind you. Time check. Okay. I'll go a little bit longer. I want you to flight. Your palms go to the sky. Feel as if your shoulders drop away from your ears. Your collarbones widen, shoulders pull down and back, palms to sky. My legs are going to lift off the mat. Inhale. If you want to protect your spine down here, inhale to rise up, exhale to lower. If you really, I said the inverse. If you want to protect your low back, exhale, rise up, really scoop core deep into your spine to give lumbar stability and support. If you want to get up higher through your middle upper back, then you would inhale to rise, exhale to fall. Open your shoulders, your chest, and fall. I'm going to do the reverse now. I'm going to go exhale, really scoop core tight. Exhale, really pull belly in. Flight. Stretch legs long. 4, 3, open your shoulders and your chest. 2 more. Last one. Prop yourself up onto your forearms. Now, press your hip points down into the mat. Hip bones press into the mat. Careful that your pelvis doesn't rock and roll like that. Keep pelvis stable in mat. Abdominals pull tight. You're going to flex your toes. Point. Really squeeze the back of your thigh. Hamstring. Flex, point, down. Really lengthen your breastbone. Flex, point, down. Flex, point, down. Squeeze your hamstring. Flex, point, down. Flex and point. Flex and point. And 7. Fast twitch. 6. 5. 4. I have more flexibility on one side than the other because of my knee, my meniscus. Flex, point, and down. Flex and point, down. 2 more. Flex, point, and down. Flex and point, and down. All right. Wiggle hips side to side. Now this next one, hands underneath you. Push up to hands and knees. Now we're going to do bird dog. I'm going to switch. Okay, I have more space. Hip points narrow. Stretch apart. Come in. Stretch apart. Really tighten your abdominals all the way into your back. Stretch apart. 8 more. Stretch apart. 7. 6. 5. Stretch apart, come in. Stretch apart, come in. 3 more. Stretch apart, come in. Stretch apart, come in. 2 more. Last set. Come back in. Okay, we're going to curl the toes under. Okay, we're going to curl toes under. Come into a plank. Really tighten your abdominals into your spine. Lift up. Now we're going to rock forward, tighten core, rock back. Hips are right in line under shoulders. 8, 7, and 6. Scoop your core tight. 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Gently come to your knees. Hips stay straight in line above your kneecaps. Melting heart, extended puppy. So from here, we're going to slide our sternum, our breastbone forward and through. Maybe get a yoga block to rest your forehead on a block as you pull your breastbone forward and through. You could take it all the way down. So your hips stay here. Stretch forward from your sternum. Pull those sits bones behind you. Pull apart 2 different directions. And gently come down. Really pull apart. Pull forward and through. Open your heart. Feel a stretch across the upper mid back. Pull those sits bones back behind you. Scoop your core tight. Lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. Extended puppy. One more deep inhale here. Slowly walk hands in. And you're going to turn face front. One more. We're going to do a little reverse plank. I got copyrighted for that song, so I had to turn it off. We're gonna open, collarbones wide, engage your gluteals, scoop really tight into your back, collarbones wide. I want you to float your hips straight up. Modified, you could do here. You would lift the hips up. Careful not to hyperextend your elbows. Your hips would lift. Knees in line with your hip sockets. Open shoulders, chest. That's modified. Straight leg. Hold for 10, 9. Lift pelvis. Squeeze glutes. 8, 7, 6. Open shoulders, chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Awesome. So from here, we're going to sit in Sukhasana with our knees bent. We're just going to end our workout. So what I want you to do is float arms up and together. Feeling grounded and centered. Feeling grounded and centered and at peace from within, from without. All right, you did it. So appreciate everybody for joining me, and thank you. If you like my content, please hit like or share. I'd really appreciate it, or subscribe, up to you. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Take care. Peace. Bye. See you soon.